a sugar high. Renee tipped her head toward Lola and Richard. "Sorry," she mouthed to Joy as she led the kids out of the room. Joy shook her head. Poor Renee. Her chestnut hair, usually hanging long down her back, had been pulled into a knot with her pencil stuck through it, a sign that Renee was stressed. And boy, did Joy know how that felt. Joy's jaw ached from clenching her teeth so tightly. She stacked her things, trying not to lose her composure in front of whoever might be lingering in the observation room, where her team had been collecting data from the session. Her reflection in the two-way glass revealed a composed professional woman wearing a suit and heels, but underneath that guise, she felt ready to put a blitz on her own boss for another near mishap that had almost ruined her research. Was Margie that clueless, or was she out to sabotage her? Joy was really beginning to wonder. A few moments later, Renee rushed back into the room. "I tried to tell Margie that we'd already checked everyone in. She just wouldn't take no for an answer." She spoke in a hushed whisper, glancing toward the mirrored wall, then grabbed a roll of paper towels and a spray bottle from a cabinet next to the table. "When I didn't get out of my chair, she just took them into the focus group herself." Testing holiday packaging for the nation's leading candy manufacturer and one of McDonald Webber's biggest clients was usually a quick process, but Joy's team had run into a few challenges. Not because there was a problem with the packaging. This time, it was more of an internal problem. A Margie problem. "It's not your fault." Joy turned her back to the mirrored glass. "I know how pushy Margie can be. And her kids are out of control. I'm just not used to that. It's days like this that make me thank goodness I never had children." She grimaced at how harshly that had come out. "No offense." "None taken. My girls would never carry on like that. In public, anyway." Renee laughed. "All kids get a little wild now and then, but even at their worst, they are the best thing in life." "I'm going to have to just take your word for that," Joy said. Because after the past year of leading all the market research analytics completed by the Red Suit Blitzen Bunch for the under-12 demographic, parenting wasn't something she could see herself signing up for. Renee blasted a stream of cleaner across the surface of the chocolate-smudged table. The smell of bleach replaced the sugary scent in the air. Joy pulled an arm's length of paper towels off the roll. With all the vigor of a gambler with a scratch-off ticket, Joy scrubbed away the last remains of the rough morning. "At least it's done. Come on, let's get out of here." Joy picked up her paperwork from the session and headed out the door with Renee right behind her. Joy held her temper until she and Renee got into the elevator and the doors slid shut. "Margie has got some nerve." Joy hugged her paperwork to her chest. "If she hadn't done the same thing last week, we'd already have been finished. What is wrong with her?" "She's clueless. Rumor has it she's the sister-in-law of one of the Webbers," Renee said, leaning against the wall of the elevator. "At least that would make sense. I tried to politely explain that she was compromising the research the last time this happened. She either doesn't understand or doesn't care. I'm not sure which is worse." Joy wouldn't vent like this to just anyone, but she and Renee had become close over the past year. "We've finally got all the demographics covered for this test now. We'll deliver on time and on budget, despite Margie's interference." "I was so worried her brats were going to ruin it." Joy had been too. "We deserve a long lunch after that. Let's make it an early one. What do you say?" "I'm so in." Renee tugged the pencil from her hair and let out a sigh. The elevator doors opened on the 11th floor. From here, you could see the heart of D.C. McDonald Webber held office and meeting space on 3 floors of this building in the business district of the capital city. When Joy left Sonic Group in beautiful Northern Virginia to come to McDonald Webber, giving up her office with the view had been the hardest part. Renee followed Joy through the maze of tall-walled cubes. Joy placed her paperwork on the desk in her cubicle. The Christmas shopping list she'd started just yesterday during the back-to-back conference calls was covered in red and green Christmas doodles. She ripped the list from the notepad and showed it to Renee. "At least my holiday list looks festive.